What's going on, guys? Man, my hair is a mess. It's been a while since you saw a video from me here on another line. I apologize for that. It's been a super crazy busy year for me, which is a good and it's bad. Sometimes it just depends on, how busy or how, crazy it gets. But anyway, last video you saw, I was talking about the Poison Adrena as far as how I like it 2 years later, and I absolutely love it. But with that being said, I picked up a brand new Do-It mold, the Weedless Finesse Jig, also known as a Weedless Ned Head. Picked this thing up the other day. Super excited about it. I'm going to pour some of these things up for you here and show you what they look like. I'm going to show you the process of me breaking in a new mold. I'm not saying this is the right way or the wrong way. This is just how I do it. And I'm going to show you guys what these weedless molds look like. This is the first time I've ever used a victory hook, which I personally had never even heard of victory hooks. Let me see if I can get this thing out of here without, by the way, filming this thing with my phone just to make it easy. But I've never heard of victory hooks until the Do-It came out with this weedless weedless finesse rig, if you want to say that. If I can get one of these hooks out, that'd be crazy. But so you can see here, hopefully you can see it, got that really weird bend in it. This is going to go into the brand new weedless mold. Again, this is the WMF-6-A assorted. Goes from a 1/16 ounce all the way up to 1/4 ounce. I'm only going to be pouring 1/4 or 1/4 and 3/16 because that's what I throw. I don't throw the little ones. They do require, expect you to have hard lead to pour in the smaller cavities. That's because getting the sprue off of there and things causes the lead to get loose on there. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to show you guys how I set up a mold from Do-It, from any company really, but I trust Do-It with anything I have. I have a couple here. I'm going to pour some football jigs as well today, and I'll show you the end result of that. If you guys haven't seen the video before, I have modified my football jig mold from Do-It to accept wireless or wire weed guards. And if you haven't had a chance to look at that video, it is on my channel. It shows you exactly how I've done that. So I'm going to show you how I prepare a mold and to pour something that's brand new to me in my arsenal as far as pouring new things. So let's get into it. All right, so brand new mold again. So I have, again, this is the Do-It mold for the weedless Ned rig. See, I got this candle burning here, not because it's Halloween or have some kind of seance here going on. So what I like to do is smoke the inside of the mold, and that's going to be the cavities where the lead gets poured. And the reason I do that is to give me the opportunity to, it allows the lead to release from this mold a little better. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your flame here, and you're going to take the mold and you're going to put it way down in the flame, and you want to try to almost smother the flame out. And you can see that soot coming up around the edges there. And again, what this is going to do is going to build a soot base on the edge of the mold or inside the cavity of the mold. You can buy sprays and stuff for this, but I feel like this is one of the easiest things to do. And again, you want to just almost try to smother the flame out, and you'll see that soot starting to build up within your cavity of your mold. Bigger the flame, better off it is. We're going to do one side. Not too bad there. We're going to flip it over and do the other side. Again, if you're almost smothering the flame out, you can see the black soot rolling from the basically smothering the flame out there. Not too bad, need a little more there. Wind's not helping it out here, but want to get this thing as evenly coated as possible. Not so bad there. Blow out my candle here, don't need that anymore. But you can see here now that my cavities where the lead is going to be poured is nice and covered in that soot. And that's going to allow the lead to come out of here a lot easier. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your hook, and again, this is a Victory 10777BN hook, and again, it has a wild bend in it. You see that there, and you're going to lay this in the mold. If I can get this stuff off of here, got some wax pouring off here. So I'll show you here what I'm talking about as far as putting this. I'm going to take this hook, you're going to put it in your mold, and I'll show you what it looks like after you get done. So again, you can see there that hook is in there. Again, I'm going to be pouring the 3/16 and the 1/4 ounce today. Best thing to do, guys, before you start putting these hooks in here is pour 8 or 10 of these in here without any hooks. Put the lead back in your pot. Get this mold really nice and hot. You can actually drape this thing over your pot to get it nice and warm as you're waiting. But what I'm going to do again is I'm going to pour 5 or 6 in each one of these to heat that mold up. That way the lead flows a lot smoother in there, and you have a really nice lead head at the end of it. So got the hooks in there. I'm going to close this thing up. I heated this mold up, put these hooks back in there. I'm going to close this up, pour a couple, and I'll show you the final result before we go to powder paint. Again, I'm going to spend some time pouring some of these up, as well as the football jigs here. And again, you can see that mine have been modified with some, temporarily modified. They're not modified, you know, for the life of the mold. They can easily be taken out of there. But I'm going to pour a couple of these things up, show you what they look like prior to going into the powder paint and getting baked. There it is, all in its glory. They recommend you cut the sprue off the top of these things instead of bending them back and forth like most people do with their jigs. There's not a whole lot of lead wrapped around that hook, so I would definitely heed that. Take some side cutters, cut that off, use a Dremel or some sandpaper to sand it smooth, which we're going to do next. I'm going to pour some jigs here, and then we're going to go downstairs in my powder painting station. We're going to powder paint these up using some vein paint. And again, guys, I'm super happy with this thing. I've been waiting on a weedless Ned for a long time. This is it's a Do It Weedless Midwest Finesse Jig WMF6A. Again, 1/16 ounce to 1/4 ounce. I only throw the 3/16 and a 1/4 ounce. So that's going to be most of this video. I'm going to pour some more stuff down right here, some jigs and things, and I'm going to take it downstairs to my powder painting station. We're going to put some powder paint on it, and I'm going to show you the final result. If you guys are interested in getting your hands on a Do It mold and you're in my area, go up to the tackle box, talk to Greg. He'll be able to order those things for you. But if you are not local, Barlow's Tackle in Iowa, or say, I'm not sure where they're at, but they're online. I don't think you can order directly through Do It. But anyway, this has been my version of how I pour these brand new weedless Ned rigs. So we're going to go powder paint these things. I'll show you the final result. All right, guys, I just finished up. It's the next day from the video start. Sorry about that. I'm going to take you guys through the painting process, but I'm sure you guys have all seen it on my channel before. If not, I'll make some links in the description below to show you the entire process of how I powder paint jigs and things. But here is the finished product. This thing looks super, super sweet. Using the old vein powder paint. I have the, it's copper or gold, I think, and black. Super impressed with the way this thing looks, the way it turned out. I'm going to show you guys some photos here at the end. But Do It Molds does it again, guys. So far I own 10, I think, of their molds, and I love every single one of them. So again, if you're interested in getting your hands on this brand new mold out for Do It, go up to the tackle box in South Point, Ohio, and tell Greg I sent you. He'll be able to order it for you. If you're not local, again, you can get them online pretty much anywhere. I'm sure you probably maybe get on Amazon or whatever. But here's some photos. I love the mold. Gonna have to try out the Victory hooks. I've never tried them before. They are very sharp, I will tell you that. You know, my initial thoughts of them, they're really, really sharp. They're wire hooks, so they do have a little bend to them when you pull them. I don't know what that means for the longevity of the hook, but I'm super happy with the way they turned out and the way they look. And I know they're going to catch fish. I'm going to go out tomorrow and see if I can't catch one. So here's some photos of the finished product. thanks for sticking around with this episode of On Another Line. We'll see you next time, guys. If you can, get out there and lean on them. We'll see you.